Deep in the icy forests of the north, an ancient legend tells of a creature that haunts the darkness, feasting on the flesh of humans. It is said to be a supernatural being, born of the winter winds and the bitter cold, with a hunger that can never be sated. Its name is whispered with fear and reverence, passed down through generations of native peoples: the Wendigo. The legend of the Wendigo dates back centuries, to a time before the arrival of European settlers. The indigenous Algonquin people believed that the Wendigo was a malevolent spirit that possessed humans, transforming them into cannibalistic monsters. According to their beliefs, the Wendigo was born from the greed and corruption of humanity, feeding on the desire for wealth and power until it consumed the soul of the individual and transformed them into a monster. Over time, the legend of the Wendigo spread beyond the Algonquin people and became a part of the broader North American folklore. Today, the Wendigo continues to captivate the imaginations of people around the world, inspiring countless works of literature, film, and art. But for those who believe in the Wendigo, the legend is not just a story. It is a warning of the dangers that lurk in the unknown depths of the wilderness, a reminder that there are things in this world that defy explanation and comprehension. And for those who have encountered the Wendigo firsthand, the legend is all too real. A terrifying encounter with an otherworldly entity that leaves a lasting impression on the mind and soul. In this video, we will explore the legend of the Wendigo in depth, tracing its roots in native folklore, examining its cultural significance, and delving into the eerie encounters and chilling tales of those who have faced the Wendigo and lived to tell the tale. So if you dare, join us as we journey into the heart of darkness and come face to face with one of the most terrifying creatures in all of mythology. The origins of the Wendigo can be traced back to the beliefs of the indigenous Algonquin people of North America. To them, the Wendigo was a malevolent spirit that roamed the forests, possessing humans and turning them into cannibalistic monsters. But where did this legend come from, and what gave rise to the fearsome creature that continues to haunt the imaginations of people to this day? The Algonquin people believed that the Wendigo was born from the corruption of the human soul. It was said that individuals who became consumed by greed or selfishness would become vulnerable to the Wendigo's influence. The creature would then enter the body of the individual and take over their mind, driving them to madness and a hunger for human flesh. Once transformed into a Wendigo, the individual would become a monster, roaming the forests in search of prey to satisfy their insatiable appetite. There are many variations of the Wendigo legend, but most versions agree that the creature is tied to the harsh winters of the north. The Algonquin people believed that the Wendigo was born from the bitter cold and the howling winds that swept across the frozen landscape. They believed that the creature was a manifestation of the winter itself, a being that was born from the harshest elements of nature. Some accounts of the Wendigo suggest that the creature was originally a human being who was transformed into a monster after resorting to cannibalism during a harsh winter. According to this version of the legend, the individual would become possessed by the Wendigo spirit after consuming human flesh, turning them into a monster that was forever cursed to roam the forests in search of prey. Over time, the legend of the Wendigo spread beyond the Algonquin people and became a part of the broader North American folklore. The creature has been featured in countless works of literature, film, and art, inspiring fear and fascination in equal measure. Today, the legend of the Wendigo continues to captivate the imaginations of people around the world, reminding us of the dark and mysterious forces that lurk in the unknown depths of the wilderness. Descriptions of the Wendigo vary, but most accounts agree that it is a tall, thin creature with a gaunt skeletal frame. Its skin is said to be pale and stretched tight over its bones, giving it a ghastly appearance. Some accounts suggest that the creature is covered in matted fur, while others describe it as being almost entirely devoid of hair. The Wendigo's eyes are said to be large and glowing, reflecting the light of the moon and stars in the darkness. Its mouth is filled with razor-sharp teeth, capable of tearing flesh from bone with ease. Some versions of the legend suggest that the creature's tongue is long and forked, flicking out to taste the air and scent its prey. One of the most striking features of the Wendigo is its antlers. According to legend, the creature grows a set of antlers on its head, similar to those of a deer or moose. These antlers are said to be sharp and jagged, making the creature even more dangerous in close-quarters combat. Despite its frightening appearance, the Wendigo is said to be an expert hunter and tracker, able to move through the wilderness with stealth and speed. It is said to have an acute sense of smell and hearing, able to detect even the slightest movements or sounds in the forest. The legend of the Wendigo has inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, with each interpretation offering its own unique spin on the creature's appearance. But for those who believe in the Wendigo, the creature's appearance is a terrifying reminder of the dangers that lurk in the unknown depths of the wilderness. As we continue our exploration of the Wendigo legend, we will delve deeper into the creature's cultural significance and examine the eerie encounters and chilling tales of those who have faced the Wendigo and lived to tell the tale. So stay tuned as we journey into the heart of darkness and come face to face with one of the most terrifying creatures in all of mythology. The Wendigo is not only known for its chilling appearance, but also for its insatiable hunger for human flesh. According to legend, the creature preys on humans who have become lost or stranded in the wilderness, luring them with its eerie calls and whispers. Once a victim has been captured, the Wendigo devours them whole, tearing flesh from bone and drinking their blood. It is said that the creature's hunger is never satisfied, and that it will continue to hunt and kill until there is no prey left in its territory. However, the Wendigo is not merely a mindless killing machine. Some versions of the legend suggest that the creature is capable of speech and even possesses a kind of intelligence. It is said to be able to mimic the voices of its victims, luring others into its grasp with their cries for help. In some accounts, the Wendigo is said to be a vengeful spirit, punishing those who have broken cultural taboos or laws. For example, it is said that those who resort to cannibalism, either out of desperation or malice, risk being transformed into a Wendigo themselves. In addition, the Wendigo is known for its ability to possess humans, driving them to madness and eventually transforming them into Wendigos themselves. This possession is said to be a kind of curse inflicted on those who disrespect the wilderness or disregard the laws of nature. Despite its terrifying reputation, the Wendigo is also said to have a spiritual aspect. In some indigenous cultures, the creature is considered a guardian of the wilderness, keeping humans from overexploiting the resources of the land. Some believe that the Wendigo serves as a warning to those who would take too much from the natural world, reminding them that there are consequences for their actions. In modern times, the legend of the Wendigo continues to captivate and frighten people all over the world. The creature has appeared in numerous works of literature, film, and video games, each offering their own unique take on its behavior and motivations. The legend of the Wendigo has been around for centuries, but it has continued to inspire modern artists and creators who have offered their own interpretations of the creature in various media. From horror movies to video games, the Wendigo has become a popular and iconic figure in modern pop culture. One of the most popular modern interpretations of the Wendigo is found in the horror genre, where it has become a staple of films, TV shows, and literature. In these stories, the Wendigo is often portrayed as an unstoppable killing machine, stalking and devouring its victims in the dead of night. The creature's eerie appearance and otherworldly abilities have also made it a popular choice for video game developers. In games like Until Dawn, players must survive a night in the wilderness, where they are stalked by a terrifying Wendigo. In other games, like the popular RPG Pathfinder, the creature is presented as a formidable boss monster, capable of wiping out entire parties of adventurers. But the Wendigo has also found its way into more thoughtful and introspective works of art, where its symbolism and cultural significance are explored in greater depth. For example, in the graphic novel Monstrous by Marjorie Liu, the Wendigo is used as a metaphor for the hunger and violence of war, with the main character struggling to overcome the dark forces that threaten to consume her. In indigenous communities, the legend of the Wendigo remains an important part of their cultural heritage, and its symbolism and significance continue to evolve and change. In recent years, there has been a renewed interest in indigenous culture and history, and the Wendigo has become a focal point for many artists and writers looking to explore and celebrate these traditions. In conclusion, the legend of the Wendigo is a haunting and fascinating part of indigenous folklore that has captivated imaginations for centuries. This powerful creature embodies our deepest fears and our most destructive tendencies, serving as a cautionary tale of the dangers of greed, excess, and the loss of spiritual connection. Despite its terrifying reputation, the Wendigo has also become a symbol of indigenous identity and cultural heritage, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and entertainment. Its complex symbolism and cultural significance have evolved over time, reflecting the changing attitudes and experiences of indigenous communities and the wider world. Ultimately, the Wendigo remains a testament to the enduring power of myth and legend, reminding us of the stories that have shaped us and the values we hold dear. Whether as a cautionary tale of the dangers of excess, or as a powerful symbol of cultural identity and resistance, the legend of the Wendigo will continue to inspire and fascinate us for generations to come. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. See you in the next video.